do a review of a book I've recently finished. It's called They Killed Our President, 63 Reasons to Believe There Was a Conspiracy to Assassinate JFK, and it's by Jesse Ventura, with Dick Russell and David Wayne. So these guys are New York Times best-selling authors, and I've got a lot of time for Jesse because he's been there and done it. He talks the talk and he walks the walk. He's been a governor of Minnesota, he's been a Navy SEAL, he's been an actor, a mayor, he's done all sorts, so he commands respect. And this is the first of his books that I've actually read, and it's very well written. It's written in a concise way, and he writes it almost as if you're sort of having a beer with him and a friendly chat. And I very much like the way it's structured as well. So it essentially presents 63 reasons. That sort of naming comes from the year 1963 when JFK was assassinated. And there's different chapters according to different aspects of the conspiracy. So the first one is about the evidence, then the cover-up, witnesses, why, who and how, and that ultimately leads to sort of why it all went down. And just to pick out a few key aspects of the book, a few key points from the evidence. We've got things such as the previous plots against Kennedy. There were other attempts to kill him in Chicago for one. The motorcade route was changed. There were too many bullets. I really don't want to go into detail, I want to let you read this for yourselves. The 3 rifle shots in 6 seconds is a big one, given that Oswald wasn't even, he only made marksman, which is sort of the lowest rank you can get. He also had experience in the US intelligence community as well. He'd been over to Russia as a double agent and came back with his wife, which not a lot of people seem to understand. A very interesting one that I wasn't aware of was the Umbrella Man on the Zapruder film. There's a guy who's putting an umbrella up and messing around with it on the film, which is very odd. And really, I don't want to spoil too much of the book. What I will say is each of the points that are made are well referenced. They use a lot of source material, and also they provide online links to the documents on websites and also YouTube videos. But they also make reference to other highly regarded books such as JFK and the Unspeakable, which I'm starting to read at the moment, and the Jim Marrs book as well, which goes through all of the evidence. One critique I would mention is that they do reference a lot of their own books in here, but I don't think it's necessarily that big a critique. What I will do is leave with a quote from the book, which I think is really important. Obviously, the presidency of JFK was a really important one. He did start off as a cold warrior, very much anti-Soviet Union, but he notably had a turn in his presidency towards a more liberal agenda, a peaceful agenda, and not a lot of people seem to bring that up. After the Cuban Missile Crisis, he tried to make peace with Khrushchev, and they basically said, we want to end the Cold War by '65. And I'd like to leave with sort of a quote about the United States as it is today. There's absolutely no evidence to support the statement that we're the greatest country in the world. We're 7th in literacy, 27th in math, 22nd in science, 49th in life expectancy, 178th in infant mortality, 3rd in median household income, 4th in labour force, and 4th in exports. We lead the world in only 3 categories: number of incarcerated citizens per capita, number of adults who believe angels are real, and defence spending, where we spend more than the next 26 countries combined, 25 of whom are allies. So I thought that was quite a remarkable statement, and I think that really sums the book up. I think it's well worth a read. There's a lot of information in here, and it's a very good introductory text to the whole JFK conspiracy before you move on to more advanced books like I am going to move on to. So all in all, I give this book a 4 out of 5. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and check out my Goodreads channel as well, which I'll provide a link to. Thank you.